Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody? Let's go on here and see what it looks like. Because y'all know I forgot to look and see. So I've got to go on here and look and see. Look and see. There we go. Yep, we're live. We're live. We're live. Oh, and that thing is on here again where I can't do all my messages. I don't understand that. So I can't see all the messages. I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, let's get back to comments. But it does show that we're live, so at least I'll be able to see that. So we got a few people in here. And that is what I was checking on. There's my comments. Hello, Miss Amy. Hello, Miss Mandy. Cheryl is not going to be joining us this evening. She has no power. So you're stuck with just me. And I am very low energy tonight. So you guys are going to have to carry the ball on this one. Oh, I got it. I'm trying to move my footstool so I can, okay, get my feet up there. That's a little better. It's a little better. Yeah, so I got a video. I'll tell you what happened. I worked this afternoon at the theater, and I was driving home, and I got a message from her, and she said, I'm not going to make it into the live tonight. And she said, I'll talk to you later. Everything's okay. And I'm like, oh, the live tonight. I completely forgot about it. So it was a good thing that she contacted me. And then she said, everything's okay. I just have no power. And I'm like, hey, it's a good thing that she said something, because I 100% forgot about it. But as some of you guys know, it has been a wild week. It has been a wild few weeks, hasn't it? And so just trying to catch a break around here. Good Lord. So Cheryl's okay. She's fine. She's had a wild few weeks too. But yeah, no power. She didn't say what happened or anything. I don't know if they're having weather there, or if it's I don't know what's going on. If they're having storms. She just said no power, and she wanted to conserve the power on her phone. So she couldn't even visit with me to say what was going on. Actually, let me double check and see if she sent any other messages. Nope. Power outage, conserving phone battery. And that was the last I heard from her. So we shall respect that and not bother her on her phone. I am feeling a little better. Hello, Miss Linda. Yes, I am feeling a little better. I started having headaches Wednesday night, and kind of nonstop. And I talked to my doctor on Friday about that, and he asked me 8 million questions, and he thinks it's just from the muscles, just from all the muscles and all of the stuff, part of the whiplash, not anything super bad. So he's not too concerned about it. I'm so excited. I've been waiting to try to get into physical therapy, and I have not been able to start physical therapy yet. So that's been quite annoying, but I was able to pull some strings. Not me. Somebody that I knew was able to pull some strings and get me in. And so I'm going to finally get to start physical therapy tomorrow. So I'm very much looking forward to that. So tomorrow morning, I will have my first physical therapy appointment, and that's going to be good. So that's going to be really good. But I am sleeping better. I can finally sleep. I can roll over in bed now, so it's definitely getting better. It is definitely getting better. That part anyway. And even the headache was eased up a little bit today, so that was good. That was good. And have not heard anything on my vehicle yet. They were supposedly checking it out on Friday. Hello, Miss Bridget. Thank you for popping in. They were supposed to be looking at it on Friday, and I called them Friday afternoon, and they did not call me back. So I will be calling them first thing tomorrow morning also. So many phone calls. So many phone calls. So how are you guys doing? How is everybody doing? We are having a turn in the weather. It is getting chilly. Beautiful, beautiful days though. Nice, and today was kind of icky, but you know, we've got those gorgeous fall days now, crisp outside, and all of the leaves are turning and all of that kind of stuff is going on. I'm quite excited about. I don't mind the fall. I don't like it things getting cold, but I don't mind the fall as a rule. I got to dog sit, so I got to go hang out with a puppy over the weekend. So that was fun. Gonna do some spinning. That I can't remember. You got 3 spinning mules, right, Bridget? I know you got a bunch. I know you do have a bunch of them. I do not, and I will not. I refuse to learn. That's been one of those things for a long, long time. It looks really interesting, but I'm not going to do it.
You don't have the room.
Well, yeah, I don't have the room for one thing. I don't even have the room for the things that I'm doing. 4 wheels. You got a new one recently, right? That's what I was thinking. Since I started sewing, I was doing really, really good. I was doing really good with the with my yarn stuff, with having set it up a space outside in the motorhome that kind of turned into my craft room. And then when I started sewing, it just took over in here. Because, you know, the sewing machine takes up the space, and then all the things, and then all the things. Yeah, it is not something that takes up a little bit of space. Right, Bridget? Takes up all the space. So, yeah, 5 sewing machines. Do you have a serger? I keep thinking I need a serger. Although I've managed all these many years not to have one, so I'm going to keep my eyes on, see if I can find one on clearance somewhere, or maybe somebody's selling one.
Cool.
Actually, pretty good.
Good. I made chicken pot pie.
It's probably the only way I would get one.
Made chicken pot pie.
But I do want one.
But out there.
Maybe if you guys hear of anybody getting rid of one. Yes. I keep thinking a lot of these things that I do would be better if I had a serger, because I've got all these not rough edges, but unfinished edges. Facebook Marketplace, yep. Yep.
And there's a bread thing. This is part of it right here.
Yeah. But then if I actually start looking. Oh, I know, Elizabeth. Hi, Miss Sue.
Good, I like the very good soup.
If I start looking, then I'll end up finding one. That wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good. So I have not worked on much this week. I shouldn't say that. I've worked on tons of things, but I haven't got to crochet much. In fact, I'm not sure that I crocheted hardly at all. Well, I finished the cowl. Oh, I left it at the shop. Shoot, I should have brought it home. I finished the cowl with using the Sasquatch yarn. And oh, I want to. You guys want to see something beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. I had to make sure this is the right thing. Look at this. The sock sets came in. How gorgeous is that? Yeah, how gorgeous is that? I'm so happy with that. So that's the Sasquatch yarn sock set. So that's a thing now. And oh, the problem is I don't want to. I bought a cheap serger many years ago, and it was such a piece of junk. It was such a piece of crap that I know if I get one, I'm going to want a good one. So, but so I finished off the cowl using the DK. So that turned out just beautiful. And I got it all sewed up. The sides are sewed. It's all done, and it's in the shop sitting with the hand dyes. And then that came in, and there's a gal we met at the Yarny Social. And well, I'm not either, Sue, but when we were looking at this yarn, we wanted, of course, the browns and the greens. There was already a significant amount of that in there. And we were both looking at it at the same time, and we thought that tangerine was the pop of color that it needed. And the blue would have been good too. But we wanted something bright because so much of that is those dark colors, and we wanted one of the brighter colors to come out of that. That pop of color on that. And so for most people, they will use that for the toe and the heel. So you're not really going to ever see it anyway. Because it's orange is something I would never choose, and we both looked at it and picked the exact same color. So we knew that was the right color for that. Absolutely gorgeous. And then, so I've got a friend down in Boise. She's also a friend of Carrie's. Or she is a friend of Carrie's, and I met her down there when we were down at the Yarny Social. Hello, Freehand Lee. And she is knitting up a pair of socks out of that right now. In fact, I can show you where she was at on it. I think it was last night. Good Lord, do I get a lot of ads in here. Commercial. Even my text messages are all ads. Here we go. So this is how it looks right now. And she just barely got started on it. But isn't that working up beautiful? So she just barely got started on the toes. And she does 2 at a time so that they're done up evenly. And she'll actually get it done. I'm really pleased with the way they look. And even the tangerine has a little bit of tonals in and out. So, yeah. I think the colors really look pretty. So we'll see how it looks when it's done. So I was teasing, she's making Sasquatch socks. Sasquatch socks. Oh, so she'll have those done in a few days. I know you do, Bridget. And then she'll have those done in a few days and then send them up to me. And I told her she could do any style sock she wanted that she thought would look good with the yarn, you know, because the yarn's a little busy. So she's going to do something probably fairly simple with that design of yarn. And I'm going to make a set of socks out of crochet using that. We have found a really good crochet pattern. And we were talking about this the other day too. I can't remember who it was. We were on, whose live were we on? Weren't we on here the other day? Was it one of Dana's lives? I think it was. I cannot remember now. Seems like we were on one of Dana's lives and somebody was showing us, yeah, it was. And somebody was showing us the crocheted socks they had done. And so we were just talking about that. Yeah, it was Amy. So, and she had used the same pattern that I plan on using. But that's probably going to be closer to Christmas when I get all of my projects that I've got deadlines for. And then I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to start that. So that'll be good. I'm excited though. If it goes well, we're going to have a class at the shop for them. I have several people interested in it. I think that'll be a fun class. Fun class. Well, that's what a lot of people have said, and it depends on the sock. And that's why we're excited about this one, because everybody I have talked to that has done these have said that they're very comfortable, and that you know they finally have found one, a pattern, and right, Sue, that works up well and is comfortable. Never ending. It's never ending, but I do hit my deadlines. So those are two different things. It's a never ending list, but I do hit my deadlines. I am very good about hitting my deadlines. And I try to make sure my deadlines are realistic. I don't know if I like this. I think I want to do it the other way. Maybe not. Yes, Elizabeth, I have that same pattern. Now, you know what I think was funny? I was just looking at that, and what surprised me about that was I went back to find the video, and in the video, she does not have the pattern listed anymore. So I don't know if she pulled the pattern or what, but I bought the pattern. And right, that's right, Bridget, your orders come first. And that's what I'm working on right now, is getting all my orders done. So Elizabeth, I found the video where she did the sock, and I went and I found my pattern, because that was one of the things that I took on the cruise with me, that one cruise where I was going to get all this stuff done, and I got about half of it done. And so I had purchased the pattern. And so I was looking at the pattern, and the pattern is cuff down. But when you look at her video, it's toe up. And I thought that was really interesting. So her pattern and her video do not match. But it's the same other than that. Hey, Miss Pinky. Other than that, it's the same sock. So I'm quite curious about that. So this is one of my bags. But I think now that I've got it pinned and ready to sew, I'm thinking I want to turn this cuff inside out so that the outside of this shows you can see the polka dots. Oh, so maybe there's more than one. Elizabeth, is it possible for you? Because, I was searching and searching and searching through her videos trying to find it. If you can find that, would you send it to me? Because I was searching her videos and I was searching sock, because now she has bought one of those sock making machines. And so every time I look up sock, it's bringing me her sock making machine. Yep, orders come first. I'm going to flip this and I'm going to ask your guys' opinion. Because that's the way the pattern is cuffed down. But I think I'm just doing this real quick and then I'll do it right. Do you guys like this better? So this would be the front. It would look like this. See, I think it loses too much. You can't hardly see the gnomes on the front. Or do you like it better? It would look like that. With just showing the gnomes. It would look like this.
I like it showing the gnomes.
Yeah, I think it loses too much of the gnomes. Even though I like the contrast there, I think it loses all the gnomes. Yep. Okay. Okay, flip it. Flip it, flip it. If it were smaller, I would do it the other way. More gnomes. Yep. So I am almost done with a knit hat. I worked on that a little bit last night while I was watching. What movie was I watching?
I have no idea.
The dancing one, yes, with
Red Astaire?
In Texas at the bar with Gillies and
it was
John Travolta at Gillies. Come on, you guys.
Not Rhinestone Cowboy.
Not Rhinestone Cowboy. They got married. They're riding the mechanical bull. Come on, Pinky. You know what it is. Nope, it's not Saturday Night Fever. He's older. It's in Texas, not New York. I'm so bad with names, you guys. Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Don't do that. You'll get a hit.
Yeah, you're right. I'll get another strike. Devil Went Down to Georgia. All right, somebody look it up. Come on. All right, Google it. Google it. Gillies movie. Urban Cowboy.
Yep, that was it.
Urban Cowboy. So that movie, yes, that movie popped up last night. And of course, I had to watch. Oh, that's a long movie. That is a long movie. I did not realize how long it was going to be. I was up till 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. And so I was working on my hat and I almost finished it. I didn't realize how close I was to getting her done. And I almost finished my hat last night. Let me finish pinning this and I'll show you. So right now I'm down to where I'm doing the decrease for the crown. And I'm going to have to figure out, it wants me to have DPNs at this point, which I don't have. So I think what I can get away with is just one more needle. How would I do that? I'm not sure what to do. I got to figure out what to do. For a couple of weeks. And I'm hoping, Sue, I'm looking towards like 22nd-ish of November. I was working on the tags today while I was at work. While the play was a play and I was in the office cutting tags, making tags. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, I think that'll work. Oh no, that's mean, Elizabeth. That's mean. All right. Where is... Gosh, I had it right here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Keep putting this on one, and it keeps popping up to two.
What's the black thing supposed to be?
They're whales. Can you not tell they're whales?
Oh, now I can see it.
Yeah.
You had to tell me first. I would have never seen it.
So there's the whales all around. So now I'm closing it up with the blue. Oh, so I'm pretty pleased. So I'm going around and doing my decreases now. And I lost, did I lose another one? I keep losing my stitch markers. I've lost 2 stitch markers today. Well, there's the one I lost. How in the heck? Oh, this is funny. I don't even know how this happened. How does this happen? I had a stitch marker on here and I lost it off of here and it ended up connected to this. I did not take it off of here and connect it to this, but there it is. And now I had another one, a big one on here. It is no longer on here. And it's a great big one with beads and all kinds of stuff. So I'll find it hooked to something later.
Is this one of your...
Yeah. Oh, actually, this is the one. This is the one that fell off earlier. So it was not this one. All right. And I also have to figure out, I'm going to have to, I don't know if I'm at the end of a row. I'll put it on later. I don't know how to, my ends that I'm done with. I don't know how to deal with ends. So I got to figure that out too. I made them really long just because I didn't know what to do with them. So I have to figure out what to do with ends when I get around to that. I could be at the end of a row here, or the end of a stitch mark. I'll have to count. I'll have to count my stitches because I've got three. There's three repeats on the design. I'm really pleased with that. I mean, it's not perfect. There's a little bit of pulling because this is the thing where I learned how to, let me put this on here so I don't lose my stitches. So this is where I was learning how to do carrying my stitches. So that's the inside there where I'm carrying the stitches. So there's a little bit of tugging down here where I was first starting, but I don't think it's awful. Pinky, you knit. It's not terrible, is it? And I think when I have it on, it'll look okay. Yeah. Okay, just weave them in with a darning needle, just like I would do with my crochet. Okay. Yeah, I'm really pleased with this. Really, really pleased. And then Morgan wants one too, so I got to make one for her when I'm done with this one. So I finished that, or almost finished. I'll have that done maybe this evening. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then, so I finished the cowl, and it's all sewed together. And I'm going to finish this, and I'm, working a little bit on the wedding. I don't think I really crocheted much on this at all. I couldn't. So this is how wide this is getting. So I've got 3 repeats done on the wedding shawl. And we're doing 7 repeats. That's what we decided. So nearly halfway done on this. Nearly halfway done. And it's quite long, as you guys remember. Quite long. And I figured it out. I finally timed myself, and it's just over an hour for every row. So, and we did the math, and it's going to take over 60 hours to do that. But I was hurting too bad. Ow, ow, ow. I was hurting too bad to do anything earlier in the week. Plus I was, if you guys remember, I don't remember what day it was. I was on that live with Dana, and I was not tracking. So I couldn't have done anything where I had to count or, do anything like that. There was just none of that. So I'm just now getting to where I can concentrate on anything enough to do any work. So thank you so much, Pinky. That I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from you. I enjoy it. I'm starting to enjoy it. And I definitely wanted to get good enough to start making these hats, because I kind of feel like, if I'm doing blankets, I still would prefer to crochet blankets. But I do want to knit sweaters. I want to knit hats. And I know it's ridiculous, but I love to knit dishcloths. I like knitting dishcloths. Because the ones I like to knit is like that one that I sent you, Pinky. I like to knit the ones where that design shows up while you're making it. Those are the dishcloths that I like to knit. If I'm crocheting, I do like to crochet up a quick dishcloth, but I like to knit those ones where you can see that design in it. Those are fun. So, going over my list, getting ready for my stuff, making my, oh good. I was wondering where that, I just found something that I was wondering where it was. So that's good too. So there's no shortage of things that I want to make. But like I said, I'll start physical therapy tomorrow, and I think that's I think that's going to be one of those things where it's going to make it it'll it'll hurt and then it'll be better. So we'll see how that goes. And hopefully tomorrow I'll know what's going on with my car, if they're going to be able to fix it or if they're going to total it. I have no idea. Um, but so tomorrow, so maybe by bingo tomorrow night, we'll have some news about what's going on with my life. I'm thinking at this point, I'm probably not going to be able to do next weekend's. Yeah, the wedding shawl is turning out great. I'm probably not going to be able to do next weekend's craft fair, um, for multiple reasons. First, for one thing, I don't have any idea if I'm even going to have a vehicle. Um, for another thing, I definitely am not going to be in a position where I can load and unload, even if I had a vehicle where I could load and unload, do setup, do tear down, and then stand on my feet for 8 to 10 hours. Um, I know that would not be good for me. So, pretty sure I'm going to have to cancel next weekend's craft fair. Not happy about that, but I think in the long run, that's a better choice for me, a better decision for me. Mister's been harping on me about that anyway. So he thinks that's a good idea. Right. Oh no, I always do. I always do what the therapists tell me to do. I am. I'm a good girl when it comes to those kinds of things. Yeah, I am very, very good about that. And that's why. So let me tell you about the therapist. Let me tell you this little story. So I have been trying to get into physical therapy since the accident happened last week, and I could not get in, and I could not get in, and I can't. The therapist that I have been trying to get into, I could not get into for almost 2 more weeks. And um, when I was at Sit and Stitch at the shop the other day, and I knew one of the little girls that comes in there all the time. I knew she worked at a physical therapist office up here near me, but I could not remember the name of the office. And I was hoping that because they don't come in every week, but most of them. And I was really hoping she would come in, and she did. And so I was talking to her and telling her what was going on, and telling her I couldn't get into my office, and I'm waitlisted for an appointment. And she called her doctor and told him what was going on, and got me in for an appointment Monday morning tomorrow. So if it wasn't for her, I'd still be waitlisted. So thank goodness for that. So she got me in, not with her doctor, but with one of the doctors in their office. So I'm like, I don't care who it is, just get me going. So I know, right, Amy? I'm so pleased. And they're like 5 minutes from my house, so it's just down the road from here. So super, super happy about that. Gonna have to give her a bouquet of yarn for sure. For sure. Or I'd probably still be waiting. Yeah. But so that's how I got in. That's how I got in for that. But yeah, I'm still tired, and the headache, like I said, the headache started about Wednesday, and they're wearing me out. But even that feels better today. And I told them at the college that I couldn't lift anything, because sometimes they'll have us move tables and things like that, and I'm like, nope, can't do anything like that. So She made sure that I didn't have to do any of that kind of stuff. And oh, so that's good. So that's good. And I just realized that tomorrow's bingo, bingo, bingo. Oh, good. Thank you, Elizabeth. Okay, I will check that out. Oh, but been doing a little bit of sewing. I'm not pushing myself, but just a little. Mister set up my cutting table again. But I have started sleeping better, so that's been helping a lot. Being able to sleep. What time is my appointment tomorrow? I think it's at 10:30. I think it's at 10:30 in the morning. 10 o'clock in the morning. I have to be there. Yes. Go 10 o'clock and fill out papers. So my morning is busy already. But that's good. So I'll finish this hat. And that marks something off of my list. I got to look at my list then and see what's next. I might have to start something. I might. Oh, a haircut. See, I was going to go to the shop. And work tomorrow for Veterans Day. But it'll probably be by the time I'm done making phone calls and everything, and then doing PT. It'll be noon. I could probably go for a couple hours. We'll see. Because I really wanted to be there. I really wanted us to be open tomorrow. Oh, guess what we decided to do? This is going to be exciting. I might do a live remote too. That'll be fun. That would be fun. So the Saturday after Thanksgiving, which is Small Business Saturday, we are going to have what I'm calling a vendor showcase at the store. And I've got 3 people for sure, maybe 4 lined up, where they're going to come in and they're going to, set up in there, and they're going to be there all day on that day. So, and they're going to let all their people know, and then we'll let all our people know and put it out on the Facebook pages and stuff like that. So we're going to have several different people in there that day. We're going to have, of course, the cookie lady that always doing that we share the space list. So we'll have the gourmet cookies and chocolates. And then there's a lady that we see at a lot of the events, and she does pottery, but one of the things she does is they're ceramic yarn bowls, and she will design them, not design, what do I want to say? Decorate like any design you want. Like if you want to have a Christmas design or a holiday design, she'll do that. But also if you want to have a school design or your favorite football team or something like that, she'll do that. But she also does plates and bowls and gnomes and all kinds of things like that too. And she's going to start having things in the store on consignment. And so that'll be a fun day for her. And also there's a lady that does, the name of her store is like a specialties. Oh yeah, mice. That would be cute. There's a one that, well, she's selling her stuff. So, I'm not there eating it. Usually at the end of every event, she gives me 2 or 3 cookies. I always make her a special pair of earrings because she also teaches kindergartners. So it's nice for her to have the fun earrings. So I always make her a special pair of earrings. And usually at the end of each event, she sends me home with 2 or 3 cookies. So it works out. Um, oh my gosh, this last time she had, what was it called? It was a salted caramel. It wasn't a brownie, but it was a salted caramel cookie. Oh, so so good. And we're going to start carrying them in the store and I can ship them. Oh my God, you guys, they are so good. And so yeah, this is something I'm going to be able to start having and to be able to ship to you guys, especially now that the weather's cooler. In the summer it's tricky to ship the cookies because they get kind of sticky and gooey and melty, but this time of year, oh yeah, we can ship these things and they are phenomenal. I'm telling you, they are so good. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. um I don't think I could ship her. She makes what are they're called Buckeyes, and it's basically uh, a chocolate peanut butter candy, and those would be really hard to ship. But the oh yes, we're gonna start having her stuff in the store, her cookies.
Took us long enough.
I know, but I just figured out how I could do it.
Her cookies are so good.
Her cookies are so good. So wait till you taste the new ones. She just got approval for 100 new cookies.
100 new cookies?
Yes. Yep. She just got her license approval for 100 new cookies.
Oh my gosh, better than the peanut butter ones?
Oh, there's nothing better than the peanut butter ones. She's got a triple peanut butter cookie. Triple peanut butter? Is it three kinds of peanut
butter chocolate one?
Oh, it's three different. It's peanut butter and chocolate. Oh, it's just everything she makes is amazing. Everything. And her motto is made with love and butter. Yeah. So salted caramel. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So good. So good. Well, I will be able to get those on Thanksgiving weekend, Pinky, because I know she's bringing those that weekend. She sold out twice when we had our thing last weekend. She sold out on Saturday, had to go home and bake more, and then sold out on Sunday. They're that good. So very good. Yeah. I know. Just thinking about it, your blood sugar's like that. So good. And she makes the pink ones, the pink cookies, and we're gonna make we have a tree lighting ceremony, a tree lighting evening at the store, because there's this huge Christmas tree across the street from where the store is. And so it's like the community has a tree lighting evening the first Friday, I think, in December. So we're having a whole thing, a community thing that night. So she's going to make me some star-shaped cookies with the pink frosting and do a little design on them. So we're going to sell those that night. And yeah, those and the salted caramel ones, and then just a basic. Oh, it's great for the kiddos. She'll make the chocolate chip ones, but she'll make them little and put 3 of them in a package for the kids. So good. So good. Love them. And then what else are we going to do? Oh, the lady with the stickers. She makes all these stickers, which I don't get the whole sticker thing, but then no.
Okay.
Then she makes these mugs with these cute stickers on them, and books and all these different things. And she was again selling out. So the last craft fair, it was a really good craft fair for everybody but me. Crochet knit for oh, okay. Oh, that's wonderful. That's great, Linda. So I was very, very disappointed in this craft fair. It was really strange because, first of all, it was always big. They had 3 huge rooms. Well, this year they opened a 4th room. So 25% more vendors. And we had so many people. It was packed with people. just absolutely packed with people. And everybody that I was talking to was like, yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I barely made back my booth fee. And I'm like, what is going on? The place is packed with people. And the last 2 times we did a show there, I did great. So I was trying to figure out what in the heck was going on. Well, so then I took a walk around. There were, just in the room that I was in, there was an earring vendor on every row. Every row. Some of them had 2 and 3 earring vendors. So then I started looking in the other rooms, and I counted up 25 earring vendors. 25. And I'm like, what in the Sam hell is going on here? Usually, when you do a show, they cap the number of vendors that sell the same product. I have been turned down when I was doing crochet. I have been turned down because they've already got too many crochet people. Okay, that's fine. That's part of their job, is to not have a ton of the same thing. Not only did they have 25 earring vendors, most of them were the same kind. So it's like one of the gals that is super super nice. I love having her. Yes, she sells earrings, but they're completely different from mine. They're like not gemstones, but they're like real stones, where mine are novelty. So they're talking to a whole different kind of people, right? And almost every, if somebody's doing those really intricate beads where they've got to design them, totally different from mine. Total different, exactly. Yeah. So, but this wasn't. It was like row after row after row of the exact same thing. And there's this one guy, and I've seen him at other events. In fact, he's going to be at the event next weekend, which is the other reason it doesn't break my heart to not go. He'll do a double booth, and he's got these V-shaped boards, and it's just rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of cheap earrings. And he sells them for $5 and buy 2 get 1 free. And it's just crap. It's just complete crap earrings. But that's what people see. And I was talking to some of the other earring vendors, and every one of them, they weren't selling anything. Nobody was selling anything. And it was because there were so many of us. And like I said, where I was standing, I could see 4 earring vendors just from where I was standing. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And usually I'll do $300 in earrings in a 2-day show, minimum. Oh yeah, because they're using the absolute cheapest materials. They're not using good stuff. They're using what is that stuff that everybody's allergic to that makes their ears break out? I'm using stainless. I'm using stainless, or I'm using sterling. And I was so disgusted. Yeah, nickel. Their stuff is nickel. But the show that's next week, he was there, and his booth was the first booth when you walked in the front door. And I'm like, what is going on? And it was the same thing. I did okay, but I barely made my booth fee back. And that was why. Because upstairs, there was a ton of earring vendors at that show too. A ton. And I saw a lot of those same vendors at this show. And, normally there would be 5 or 6 at a decent size show. 5 or 6, 2 or 3 in each room. And they'd be different. They'd be different kinds. And typically, there's one or two like me. Oh, yeah, most people are. Most people can't wear that crap. But so, and he's got 30 pairs of the exact same thing, where I am very specialized. They're novelty, but they're not the same thing that anybody else has. And, because I always go looking around and see what everybody else has. And once in a while, somebody will have the same thing that I have, but not very often. Because I make it a point to not have the same thing that everybody else has. I make it a point to have special things and to get one pair of this and one pair of that and one pair of this, so that everybody isn't buying the same thing. So if you see something that you like, you better grab it, because when it's gone, it's gone. That is why it's difficult for me to get my website done with the earrings, because it takes 15 or 20 minutes to upload one item, and I only have one of that item. That's why I tell everybody, go look at the Instagram, because I take a quick picture on Instagram, and it's not pretty and it's not fancy, because when that item is gone, it's gone. But I can just go snap, there it is. Every once in a while, I'll get two of something, but not very often. And a lot of times it's because I want it. And if one of them sells, I'm keeping the other one. And usually that's the only reason I will have bought two of something. And once in a while, it's because when I have to, the only way I can get it is you can only get it in a set of 3, because they assume it's like you're getting earrings and a necklace. So the charms will come in a set of 3 or a set of 5. And then I'll have 2 pairs of earrings. And what I do is I'm getting 2 pairs of earrings or 1 pair of earrings and a stitch marker. That extra one gets turned into a stitch marker. So, boy, I'll tell you what, a lot of my earrings got broken in the wreck. Yep, just from getting sliding around, they got broken. I got to fix a lot of them. A lot of them, just the wires got tore up. A lot of them they must have gotten lost, because the rack, there's several empty spots on the rack. I spent Saturday tidying the racks up and rearranging them and stuff. So, and there were several empty places. So I don't know, but the earring racks got moved 3 times. So it doesn't surprise me that, actually, what I'm surprised is not more things got messed up. And there was three or four of them where one of the earrings got lost. So the other one will get turned into a stitch marker. But at least I can do something like that with them where, somebody else couldn't. So, and that's the other thing too, when you're looking at the earrings, if you ever see anything that you like and you want it turned into a stitch marker, I can absolutely do that for you. And usually a lot of stuff that is sort of yarny looking or sheepy, I'll put it onto that kind of an earring that's the lever back, so that it automatically goes either way. I've had those on there like that, and people will go, what kind of an earring is that? And I go, oh, it's called a lever back. They've never seen that kind before. White gold. Yeah, my mom had to wear white gold. She was always putting the nail polish, the clear nail polish on everything. She had to put it on the button on her jeans. Had to put the metal thing on her bras, where you adjust your bra. She had to put the clear nail polish on that. Yep, the lever backs. Yep, that should have been a sign, Elizabeth. That's funny. That's funny. So all in all, and then they had, we had daylight savings. So by the time we were getting out of there and packing up, it was pitch black. And they didn't have the lights on in the parking lot. So we're all out there trying to load our vehicles in the dark. So that was fun. Got that done. And they were supposed to have kids to help us, but of course they didn't. They were nowhere to be found. So I got my car all loaded up and I needed gas. I needed gas really bad. And I thought, I'll make it home. I'll make it home. So I was kind of taking, it wasn't a side road. It was an arterial, but it wasn't like the main road that I normally would drive on. And so I'm driving on this arterial and I go to cross the main road. And I at a stop sign and I look both ways. And I was always taught left, right, left. And usually I go left, right, left, and then look again. And I'm an old lady, and I always wait for traffic to way clear. I'm not zipping in between cars. And so Sunday night, 6:00, there's no traffic out. And there was not a car for a couple of blocks both ways. And there was a car across from me and he was turning like this way. And I've got the right of way because I'm going straight. But they don't always know that. They're not always aware of that. So I was watching him really careful to make sure he wasn't going to turn in front of me. So I was going, but I was going slowly across that intersection and bam. And I'm like, what in the heck? I could not figure out. I mean, I knew I got hit, but I could not figure out what. I couldn't figure it out because the truck that was across the street hadn't gone. And I was just like this, just holding on to that steering wheel because I could not figure out what had happened. And I could see this car over there. And I'm just holding on. I'm just sitting there holding on. And I could not figure out what had happened. And everybody went running over to the other car to check on that driver because that car was smashed. I mean, smashed. And I'm just sitting there holding on. And I start shaking. And I was shaking like a leaf. And after a while, somebody came to check on me. And I was okay. But I was shaking like, and my car talked to me. And it asked me, it said something like, we detect that you've had a collision or, that you've had something, a collision. Do you need us to call the police? And I said, yes. I told my car, yes. And my car called the police. And then it asked if I needed an ambulance. Or it said that, something like that. I don't remember. And then this lady came over to check on me and asked if I was okay. And I told her I thought so. And then she said, do you need my information? Do you need me to be a witness? And I said, for what? Because I didn't even know what had happened. And I was thinking, if you're offering to be a witness, I must need a witness. So she gave me for her information. And she said, I saw the whole thing. The lady did not have her headlights on. That's why I didn't see her. It's pitch black. She's driving down the street with no headlights on. And that's, I hit her because she crossed in front of me with no headlights. I never saw her. And, when I was telling the next day when I was talking to the insurance lady, she's like, did you do anything to mitigate it? Did you slow down or did you try to turn or honk your horn? And I told him, I says, I never saw her car until I saw after the accident. I said, it's like when you hit a deer. It's just, they're just there. Just, it's just, you don't see it until you've hit it. And that's what it was like. And so she gave me the information, and then the fire truck, came and checked on me, and my glasses had went flying, so I couldn't see anything. And my grandson lives just down the road. Yeah, we'll talk about cookies, Pinky. And my grandson lived just about 5 minutes from there. So finally I found my phone and I could call him, and he was there in a flash. And then the firemen came and asked if I needed medical care. And I'm like, I don't think so. And then he found my glasses for me. And then everything was much better after I got my glasses back. And somebody asked if I should move my car out of the road. And they're like, no, I think she's okay. I couldn't have moved my car. There's no way that thing would have moved. And it wasn't until I was my grandson, when everything was said and done, that he took me home. And I didn't even realize until after the fact, I was crossing this street. I was like going, so here's the main road, and I was crossing it when the accident happened. So I was crossing it. After the accident happened, I was headed completely the other direction. I was completely straight in a lane, going the other direction on that road. And it didn't even occur to me until afterwards that my car had went from this way completely the other way this way. It was bizarre. It was absolute, complete 90-degree turn. I mean, but I was straight in a lane, just like I was in that lane the whole time. And it wasn't at all. So it was really weird. It was weird. But she had to crawl out of her window to get out of the car. So she was driving without her lights on. She had no insurance. She'd been drinking. She'd come from the bar. She got a lot of tickets. I got no tickets. So that was the end of my very not good Sunday craft fair day. Yeah, I did, Linda. My car was watching over me. She did a good job taking care of me. She really did. Considering, everything that happened, I'm sore, but it could have been much, much worse. Much worse. Yeah, I know. I'm very lucky. Very, very lucky. But still, like I said, I'm still tired, and I'm still having a little problem tracking, sticking with easy things, easy projects, nothing that I got to use too much brain power on. Yeah. And I do need a do-over on Sunday. A total do-over. I'll tell you what I would have done. I would have stopped for gas. If I'd have stopped for gas, none of that would have happened. For sure. But I love this thing. It's weighted. It's got like beads in it. Can you hear the beads? And it's got a little magnet. It stays on me, and it's shaped to go around my shoulders and my neck, and it's a heating pad. I picked this up a few months ago. I was just looking for a regular heating pad, and I couldn't find one, and so I picked this thing up, and boy, has it been a really big help right now. But yeah, been sitting on the heating pads, and supposed to be using ice too, but I'm not much for ice. I should though. Nope, not usually.
I should take down swelling.
Yeah, I know hindsight is 2020 always. And the funny thing is, I was sitting at that corner and there was a gas station down there, and I was sitting there going, "Oh, should I just go down there and get some gas?" And I looked, and it's, you know how it can tell you how many miles you've got, and it's like, "Oh, it says I've got 20 more miles. I'll be fine." If I'd have turned and gone down to get gas, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have gotten hit because she was going the other direction. She'd have hit somebody else. Oh well, we're both we were both very lucky. Her car is in bad shape. She's scrunched on both sides. I couldn't have crawled out of there like she did. That's the advantage of being young, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. So, well, gosh, I was hoping, yeah. Oh, she was going way fast because I was just taking off from a stop. I couldn't have been going 10 miles an hour. She was flying. I was hoping Steve would be in here tonight because I'm trying to get a hold of him. Young and drunk. Yep. The police report said she was drinking, but she was not impaired. So she was just having a good time. Just having a good time.
Just a little buzz.
Mm-hmm. Boy, I ruined her buzz, that's for sure. That's absolutely for sure. Well, folks, I hate to say it, but I'm exhausted, and I'm gonna call it for tonight. We'll see everybody tomorrow night at bingo, and I'm gonna finish that one thing up tonight, and maybe no, I'm not. I was gonna say maybe finish up two things tonight, but I am not. I'm so tired already. Oh my gosh, it's only 7 o'clock. I was thinking it was 8 o'clock. Oh, I'm so tired already. But I worked today. How many steps did I get today? 4,000. I walked 2 miles today. I got 4,650 steps. That's not very many. Oh well, that's plenty for me. And tomorrow is Veterans Day. Yes, tomorrow is physical therapy day. It's gonna be a hard day. Uh-oh. Boss is in town. Well, we hope we'll see you, Amy. If not, we know what's going on. Yeah, she was definitely going a lot faster. All right, we'll see. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for coming in tonight. I really appreciate it. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Thank you, Linda. Toodles. Good night. And we'll hope that Cheryl's doing better too. Bye-bye.
She was probably doing 35.